Says at least one shot came from. It's where the witnesses said they saw the shooter. It's where the puff of smoke is in the picture taken from the motorcade. Ballistically, if you draw a line from that orange mark through the X over by the light post, it's where the back of the head was found. So if you take a picture from there towards the X, you have the assassin's view. 80% of the witnesses that day said some of the shots came from behind the fence right there. 80% of the 400 witnesses. This concrete structure, it's not a memorial for President Kennedy. It's not. It was here at the time, as you see in the pictures. It's a memorial for George Bannerman Dealey. That's why it's called Dealey Plaza. And President Kennedy's memorial is on the other side of that red castle-looking courthouse there. Let me show you a couple of pictures so you understand what you're looking at while you're out here. These two here were made during the making of the movie JFK, the Kevin Costner movie. Kevin Costner, Oliver Stone. Don't know if you saw it or not. But Robert Groden, my friend and business partner, he wrote it, played 4 parts in it. Oliver Stone directed it. The reason I got his picture on here with all these other pictures that were taken the day of the assassination is because Robert's the guy who, as a civilian, released the Zapruder film on national TV in 1975. All we saw prior to that, of that film, was a couple of single frames in Life magazine in '64. That's it. This film, folks, shows the opposite of what the Warren Report said. The Warren Report said all the shots came from that building, from this window, from a man named Oswald who had been working there for 4.5 weeks. And it said that one of the shots that came from that building hit President Kennedy where that X is in the street, in the back of the head, and killed him, and that it threw him violently forward. It made sense for 11 years. Well, folks, it made sense until Robert released his film, the Zapruder film. It's filmed at 18.3 frames per second. And what it shows is that in less than 1/18 of a second after the headshot, at the same time that the Warren Report says that he's thrown violently forward, he's actually slammed back and to the left towards that light post over there. Folks, that's impossible. Okay? If you're shot from the rear, you don't get thrown to the rear, ever. If you want to know where the shot actually came from that killed President Kennedy, all you've got to do is go in reverse, folks. You start at the light post over there where the back of the head landed, come back with a straight line like a bullet flies right through that X in the street, but don't stop. Keep coming. It ends up right here where 80% of the 400 witnesses that day said some of the shots came from behind the fence on top of the grassy knoll. 3 years later, 1978, Congress reversed the Warren Commission by concluding that it was a conspiracy. They also concluded that at least one shot did come from behind the fence here on top of the grassy knoll, where 80% of the witnesses said some of the shots came from. That's where they've been for 30 years, folks. Now, Robert Groden served on all the investigations. Church Committee, Rockefeller Commission, the House Select Committee on Assassinations. Every one of them since the Warren Commission. No one else served on more than one, by the way. He was the staff photographic consultant for the government. It was his job to analyze all the pictures and home movies. You know, we never saw 99% of those pictures, folks. President Johnson in 1964, at the end of the Warren Commission, signed an executive order sealing them all up for 75 years till 2039, 30 years from now. Well, folks, Johnson's dead and Robert still has his pictures, his copies, his working copies. Have a free look. 300 of them are in here, along with 44 other pictures that help tell the story. And he simply tells the story using the pictures. Covers the conspiracy, the murder, the cover-up, medical evidence, acoustic evidence, eyewitness testimony, the timing of the shots, the autopsy pictures, on and on and on. It's the real thing, written by the only guy that served on all the investigations. Don't wait 30 years, folks. Okay? If you want to see the films, they're all on here. You've seen one, the Zapruder film. There's 122 films on here. Remember, there were over 400 witnesses in the plaza. It also has 400 of the most important still photos, interviews with the doctors. Folks, this is $35 on the website. $35, not here. There's no shipping or tax here either. Okay? We take $15 off here in the plaza. It's a $20 bill, and we throw in the $10 magazine with it for free. Folks, don't wait 31 years to see it. You know, 30 years now, I guess. It's a long, long time. Have a free look. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Look yonder, come and mercy me. Three wise men in a SUV. Corporate logo on the side. Air-conditioned, quiet ride.
Souvenirs here, souvenirs. We got souvenirs here.
Corporate logo on the side. Air-conditioned, quiet ride. That thing don't run on French fry grease. That thing don't run on love and peace. Takes gasoline, make that thing go. Now bring your hands up nice and slow. Take us to the land of milk and honey. Sing and dance all night long. What you gonna do with all that money? What you gonna do when that money's all gone? Negotiations just no fun, and it don't serve our interests none. Gonna turn up the heat till it comes to a boil, and then we'll go get that Arab oil. We'll suck it all up through the barrel of a gun. Every day's the end of days for some Republicans. Don't cut and run. Tell me, ain't you proud of what we've done? Take us to the land of milk and honey. Sing and dance all night long. What you gonna do with all that money? What you gonna do when that money's all gone? Talking that shit like I never heard.
Of an immense military establishment and a large arms industry is new in the American experience. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
The world turns. In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas. The first reports say that President Kennedy has been seriously wounded by this shooting.
This is where I was sitting. Shots came from near that wooden fence over there, near the overpass.
That picket fence. I heard the report, saw the smoke come out 6 or 8 feet above the ground, right out from under those trees.
We, all 4 of us, all railroad men, saying about the same thing. The smoke came from behind the hedge.
The film establishes 3 shots in 5.6 seconds.
What we call black operations, black ops, assassinations, coup d'etat, rigging elections, propaganda, psych warfare, and so forth. In Italy, 48, stole the elections. France, 49, broke the strikes. Overthrew Carino in the Philippines, Arbenz in Guatemala, Mossadegh in Iran. We were in Vietnam in 54, Indonesia 58, Tibet 59. Got the Dalai Lama out. We were good. Very good.
Look yonder, coming, mercy me. Three wise men in a SUV.
Heads of the families were getting indictments. It was self-survival for them. They wanted him dead. Corner going towards the bridge from this corner is a big faded orange mark on the fence.
Three wise men in a SUV. Corporate logo on the side.